Welcome back, you guys. I'm excited for today's video, and I am coming at you in black and white because we're doing a video I haven't done in quite a long time. We're doing a palette bingo with Bella Beauty Bar, and I have 3 of my favorite palettes from Bella Beauty Bar, and I'm so excited to show you guys the look that I created. Let's just say the bingo gods were on my side, and this one turned out so freaking good, but let's go ahead and get into it. If this is your first time here, hi, my name is Heather, and I love all things makeup, especially colorful makeup and indie brands. So if you guys love those things too, I really hope you will subscribe, stick around, and don't forget to click the little bell so you can be reminded of all my future uploads. And another thing you should know about me, Bella Beauty Bar is one of my top favorite brands of all time, which is why I wanted to do this bingo. Recently, I did a cool tone palette ranking video, and I talked about the Poison Garden and the Green Goddess from Bella Beauty Bar, and I mentioned in that video how well I thought these palettes would work together, which we will talk about more as the video goes along. But I love them. I love their, like, well, this one's more like deep, moody, but it has these gorgeous muted tones, and I love them. And then you have these gorgeous pops of blue, and then here we have like literally a green goddess, but again with the muted tones, and I thought they could go so well together. But then I thought, what if I get something like where I need a blue or something, you know what I mean? So then I decided to add in the realm of fairies, and I'm happy to let you guys know all these palettes are available. I did check before I filmed this video, and I'll have them all linked down below. But this video is meant to be more fun than anything. But if you are interested in picking them up, I do have a code with Bella Beauty Bar. It is AOML, and it will save you 10%. But that code is affiliated, so if you use it, I really do appreciate it. But I did pick all of these up on my own, and just know my thoughts and opinions on these palettes are my own. But I freaking love the Bella Beauty Bar shimmer formula, their matte formula, their overall themes, their artwork, everything. It's so fun for me. So I thought this could be a really fun video, and well, I planned on just doing a video with the 2 palettes, but then someone recommended in a comment that I do a bingo, and I think you're a genius because you're about to find out how good this look is. Well, at least I think so. Hopefully you do as well. So with all that being said, I will show you guys swatches of the full palettes on their own in case you are interested in seeing what they look like by themselves. But then we will use a random number generator to pick out the shades for the palette. So let's go ahead and just get into it. Before we actually get into creating the look, I did want to come on and pick out the shades with you guys with a random number generator. This is just an app I have on my phone, but I didn't want to do blush and stuff and then it ended up being like the wrong shade. So I'm gonna start with the realm of fairies, and I'm sure I'll mention this in the intro. I've had a few people ask me about this palette and say that for you it was the one that got away, but I checked and it is still in stock. They must have restocked it, so I was happy to let you guys know about that. But actually all 3 of these palettes palettes are still in stock, which makes me very happy to be able to tell you, because I know what it's like to have that FOMO for a palette. But this palette has 15 shades, so I'm going to go ahead and pull up the random number generator and enter number 15. And our first number is number 6, which happens to be a blue iridescent shimmer in the shade Moonstone. And I love this shade. Hopefully it will go well with the others, but I feel like these toppery shades go well with most things, and this is like a purple to blue shift. It's really pretty. I'll show you guys better swatches as we go through, and I am gonna pick 2 shades from each palette. Okay, so picking again, we have number 13, which is 10, 11, 12, 13, which is the shade here called Weeping Willow, a cool tone blue. That could go well, fingers crossed. Hopefully I get a good matte to shimmer ratio. That is the hope. And I don't let myself take any shades away from the color story that I pick or get randomly selected, but I do let myself add to. So if I need a lighter shade or a deepening up shade, I usually allow myself to get some for those. But let's go ahead and move on to the Green Goddess. I don't know why I showed you my phone. So this one has 15 shades as well. Honestly, this could be good or bad. So starting at number 15 again, we have number 5, which is this really pretty shade here called Renewal. And so far, these colors do seem to go together very nicely. I could totally make something work out of that. But number 13 again, which is the shade Rebirth. Really pretty. So far, so good. We're just gonna have to see like what happens with the next palette. That is a very grungy palette, and there's so many different directions I feel like that palette could take us in. So we will have to see, but like I said, so far so good. Okay, I changed it to number 20 for the 20 pan palette. First number is number 18. So we have 15, 16, 17, 18. We have this deep dark shimmer, Snake Roots. So we have 3 shimmers and 2 mattes. Let's hope I get another matte, because the ratio is a bit off. I mean, that is a very cohesive color story though. It's been so long since I've done a bingo, and sometimes I do get lucky. Let's hope this is one of those times. But one more. 13. We have 10, 11, 12, 13. Stinging Nettle. I mean, that kind of goes, but is it mid-tone? It's more gray. So I think I might have to add a deepening up shade to this, maybe some black. But honestly, this is not a bad color story, you guys. It's pretty beautiful, if I do say so myself. But I'm gonna go do my blush, highlight, lips, and all of the things, and pop up some swatches for you guys, and then we'll go ahead and get into the look. I think I just created my favorite cheek combo ever. Like, do you freaking see this? I love it so much. It's so good. So I started out with the cream and powder blush duo from GLAMINATRIX. I don't know, I had a moment there, but it is Muted Mocha, and I love it. It's like the perfect nudie blush, but the magic is the highlighter with the blush. So I did the DEXTER highlight from Lethal Cosmetics first. Literally the best liquid highlight I have ever tried. Please, please, they need to come out with more shades. But I mixed that with Green Goddess from Bella Beauty Bar. I mean, it felt necessary, but I am so glad I did. These two are such a match made in heaven, and I cannot wait to do that again because I think it's beautiful. But moving on to lips, I did the Shy But Fly lip liner from One Size. That's going to need to be repurchased soon. But I bought a new lip oil from Fenty Beauty, and this is the shade Gloss Bomb Oil in the shade Fenty Glow number 6, and it's beautiful. I love the color of this, and it has like this shimmery green iridescent shine to it, and I think it's really pretty. I don't know why I put it on this side of my hand. I don't know how well you guys can see that shine. Well, you can clearly see the shine, but you really can't see the green in it. It just adds like this glossy look to the lips, and I'm loving it. Now, as for the eye look, I have no idea what in the hell I'm doing. You guys, I've sat here and racked my brain, wasted precious hours, but let's be honest, I've also been listening to my audiobook. Finally finished the Face by Academy series, and it was so freaking good, you guys. I'm sad it's over, but I've moved on. Now I'm reading The Legends of Desmar. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I just started it before I got into... I just started it right before I turned on the camera, so I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But I have no idea what I'm doing for this look. We're just gonna hope for the best, you know? So I have all of my palettes here. I have no idea what... I don't know where to start. Now that I've got you zoomed in, let's start. So I think I'm going to start with the shade Rebirth from the Green Goddess palette. And I'm starting with an E06, and I'm tapping the brush because I want more of a lighter dusting here of this shade. Most of the shades I got, like pretty much all three mattes that I got, are all like mid-tone mattes. So I'm probably gonna have to add a lighter shade and maybe even a deepening up shade. We'll just have to see. If I do add a lighter shade, I've already picked out which one it will most likely be. But good thing, these blend really nicely, so they are easy to like lighten up on their own. They sheer out pretty nicely, so I cannot complain. I'm so excited to be doing another palette bingo. But this color story that I got is almost too good, to the point where I struggled trying to figure out how I wanted to plan it out, if that makes any sense. Okay, so now we're gonna dive into Weeping Willow from the Realm of Fairies palette, and just using an E06, I'm going to press this out here. I might have taken that green over a bit further than I wanted, but these two can work together, so it should be fine. I don't know what exactly I want to do with the lower lash line just yet, so I'm going to leave it blank for now. I just want to get this color laid down. I am filming my holochrome video after this, and I'm so excited. I can't wait. I spent a few hours last night going through my collection and pulling them all out. I am using the E08. It's gonna, maybe I should use actually the E03, because I want to take this up higher, and I also want it to be the lighter shade, so I don't want it to get too pigmented too fast. And you know blues, if you blend them too much, they end up looking rough. A brown would have been really nice with this color story. Like out here in the outer corner, like a rich chocolate brown. Or even like a nude on the lid, like a nude shimmer. That would be pretty, and have like the colorful crease. I haven't neutral eyeshadows on the brain because I've been filming with a lot of them lately. It's been really nice. I did order the Clarity Cosmetics I Love Coffee palette, which is true. I really do love coffee. But you guys are gonna have to let me know if you would like to see me do looks with it on in a long form video here on YouTube. Because if not, I'm probably just gonna do some reels with it. But I bought it because I do want to include it in my ranking. I saw like a lot of really good reviews on that palette, and I heard that their shimmers are better than the last time I picked up from them, so I'm excited to give them another shot. Which the shimmers were pretty then too. It's just when I got my palette, they were exploded all over the place, and I tried to repress, but unfortunately they just fell right back apart. It's like the shimmers didn't have enough binder in them, so it didn't really work. Now I'm just going back and forth between that E03 brush and the E06. Just building this up. I'm probably going to build this green up some in the inner corner too. Just to see. Okay, so now going in with the Poison Garden. That's funny, I got a matte and a shimmer from each palette. I just thought of that. That's kind of funny. So I'm going to use another E06 and go into this shade, Stinging Nettle. And hopefully this will layer, because I don't know if it will. Like I said, they are all kind of mid-tone. It is layering. And if I use a different brush, it might layer even better. So I'm going to switch over to the E25 blending brush from Sigma. I love how like steely blue that changed that color, but we're gonna dip back into the Green Goddess and pick up some more of Rebirth and start at more of the top, and then I'll fade it down and kind of up and over. This is a really cool combo, pun not intended. Yeah, that definitely needed to be just a bit darker. I'm also going to take some of that same shade on an E04, and we're going to put that like right here. I'm definitely going to have to bring something in for the inner corner. Because that's like real dark, you know. And then I want to go back into the realm of fairies. I freaking love Bella Beauty Bar. This has been so much fun already. We haven't even gotten to the best part yet. But we're dipping back into Weeping Willow. And I think I'm just going to leave it like mostly blue down here. God, that highlighter is so good. I think I'm about to have like such a good makeup day, which is great because I do have 2 other videos to film after this. And who doesn't want to feel like gorgeous? Let's use Poison Garden and see if we can deepen up this outer corner just a little more. I'm going to try the E27 and going back into Stinging Nettle from the Poison Garden. I'm just going to work on this because we have that really deep shimmer. This outer corner does need to be darker. And let's see if it is dark enough. I don't think it's gonna be, but we'll try without just to see what it looks like. But I know the inner corner isn't light enough for me. So we're gonna go back into Green Goddess, and you probably already know what shade I want to use. It's definitely gonna be that one. It's too perfect not to. So we're gonna use the Singe Beauty E01. And really this is going to be covered up with the shimmer anyways, but I did want to have something under it because the shimmer that's going to be under there, I mean over it, is sheer, so I needed a base to go on for what the look I was going for anyway. Love that minty inner corner pop. I just think it's so pretty. Using the Shine On Glitter Glue from Clionadh. It is my current favorite. We are just putting some of this on the lid, and then we're going to talk about the shimmers. I mean, it's pretty simple, like straightforward, I mean, for what I want to do with this. So, man, this shade is so pretty. Oh, that would have been perfect for this, but moving it along. So, the first shade we got was this one, Moonstone. And I'm thinking that can be our inner corner shade, but I'm not exactly sure just yet. We could do, look at that as a highlight. It would kind of be a little like what we have on the face already. Stunning. And then in Poison Garden, we got Snake Root, which is that really deep one. And for this one, I'm thinking outer corner. And then last, the one in the Green Goddess I'm excited about. And it's not even my favorite one in this palette. There's so many good ones in this honestly, all of them. But we're specifically talking about Renewal. It goes so well with this like the matte combo, like so well. And I'm thinking this on most of the lid, but I did want to show you guys a hand swatch because one can never see a shimmer shade too often, not, at least not in my opinion. Okay, so we're gonna start with Renewal from Green Goddess, and again, so beautiful. And I do want to put this on most of the lid. That's so pretty. I can't. I'm kind of going back and forth and deciding if I want to use that toppery situation like in the center of the lid or on the inner corner. So I'm gonna just hold off on that and make up my mind after we do the other one, but that's pretty. And this has kind of got that see-through base too, so you could layer this on a matte and probably get the different shifts out of it. It's really pretty. But now we're gonna do Snake Root. Such a pretty combo. But do you see what I mean? I feel like this outer corner just needs to be a little bit darker because that's not blending. But before we get to that, let's figure out what we want to do with this shade. I think it could be cool, like kind of tapped in the center. It's such a pretty shade. But before I do that, I'm going to swatch them on my hand first and then kind of take the shade over it just to see what it looks like. I want no unexpected surprises. Okay, that's kind of cool. It almost makes it a little like cobalty. Let's just try it. Why not? We have nothing to lose at this point. Not true. I said that yesterday when I was filming a look and ended up having to fix it. So let's not go there. So we're going into Moonstone. Yeah, that was a good choice. That was a really good choice. Okay, so now I'm going to use my E01 and I'm just going to spray it with some MAC Fix Plus. And I'm going to put this here in the inner corner. I'm going to take some of this on the lower lash line as well. I'm going to do it with the L04 brush from Blend Bunny and the Lens Makeup collab. That's so pretty. Let me pull out the smaller one actually, the L01. This is so pretty, but do you see what I mean? Like, this went together in a like scary cohesive way. Like, really shocking how well this color story goes together. But as I said, I do want to add a deeper color. I think I'm just going to go in with some black from the Poison Garden palette. It's one of my favorites. You guys know I'm so in love with this one. So I'm going to use the E30 pencil brush and just add a little out here so that this shimmer kind of blends in better to the outer corner. Well, my camera very rudely shut off, but I added a little bit to the lower lash line as well. Not a whole lot, just a little tiny bit, but I really do love the way this look turned out so far. But as always, I can't wait to see what it looks like all complete. That highlight is just really going with it so perfect. But I'll be right back with the finished look. I'm back with the finished look, and I love the way this came together. I think it is so beautiful. I just love it, and it's just crazy how the bingo gods really were on my side today, because I feel like this again was so freaking cohesive. So I changed out my lip liner for the Anywhere Caffeine from Makeup Forever. I wanted something a little more chocolatey. I just felt like it would go with the blush and kind of tie it all in, and I feel like it did exactly that. But I wore my lashes in the style Adorn and the Bad Gal Bang mascara. And listen, I did a whole concoction of liners because it's from light to dark. So I started out with Exit from ColourPop, and then on the inner part I did Icebreaker from ColourPop, and then in the center I did Electric from LA Girl. This is actually a really good liner. And then out here on the very outer part, this one is from Laura Mercier, and it is the shade Blue Marine. I got this one from the Creators and Friends event in Florida. It was gifted to me, but I love the way that it all looks, especially the liner. It really ties all those colors together, but I mean, they go together so well. And you can kind of see that purple shift when I turn my head a certain way, but the highlighter is truly giving. This was such a good bingo. So I do have videos up on all of these palettes if you guys are interested in seeing looks with them by themselves. I have full reviews, rankings. Bella Beauty Bar is one of my top favorite brands. This palette ranked as #1 in my 2025 ranking. It's still one of my top favorites. I love it so much. It makes me so excited every time I look at it. The mattes and the shimmers, they are just so delicious. I love them so much. And the Green Goddess has just grown on me more and more. And now I love this one even more than I do the Poison Garden. But honestly, these two are just such a match made in heaven. There's so much you could do with them together, especially because you do get these lighter shades with the Green Goddess, but these murky muted tones, they just work so well together. And again, you also have the more like light bright shimmers with the Green Goddess too, and I think that is really fun. And then the Realm of Fairies, I mean, she is perfect. And honestly, I can't tell you how excited I was when I looked on the site and saw that this was still available, because I know, like I said earlier, I know what it's like to have that FOMO for something and then it disappears and then you can't get your hands on it anymore. And that makes me so happy that I'm able to share that news with you guys, that it is available. But this video was so much fun, and if you want to see more, I'll link my 2025 playlist, my ranking video down below, along with all of the videos with these corresponding palettes, in case you guys want some more inspiration out of them. But thank you so much for the idea of doing a bingo. I know I added this one in on my own, but I thought it could be fun in case I got blues and greens, and then look, I got blues and greens. So it ended up working out really well. But thank you guys so much for watching this all the way till the end. You're gonna have to let me know what you think of this eye look. I mean, I feel like the bingo gods were truly on my side. But if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help me out. If you haven't subscribed yet, I really hope you will. And until next time, bye.